Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? My name is Kwame with KP Media Works, and today I'm bringing you guys my top 3 images that I created last year. Right, last year I didn't do a lot of picture work, photo works. I didn't really do a lot of them because like I was bouncing from photo, video, and also working on film and stuff. So I think I probably did about 50% less of photo work as I'm used to in the previous years, right? But there are some 3 images that I created last year that I think I'm probably gonna make it in an order, whereas we're gonna start from 3 and then we go to 2 and then we go to my most picture that I really love creating last year, right? I didn't do a lot of photos, but these top 3 images that I created last year, every time that I look at the work that I did last year, they just kind of like stick out very much for me. I just love everything about these images, and especially as a creative, as a photographer, when you're able to create a work that you love so much, it's just one of those things where you just also want other people to know why you love the work so much, and then why the motive and then the process behind this, right? So on number 3, we're gonna start with this image that I created for Janice. Is this image that she's wearing this very nice red dress. This whole process for this image, I think Janice was celebrating her birthday and then she needed a birthday photo she's done for her. And then when we were doing the photo and then she sent me the inspiration and everything, I remember looking at the inspiration that she sent me and I was like, oh, I think we could go really deeper. We could do more than we are doing right now, right? So let's try to really create something very symbolic. I think I went with a 3-light setup, right? As you guys can see, I did a 3-light setup where I had my main lights on, I think it was the 32. I had my main light on a 32 degree softbox, and then I had my fill light on the umbrella, and then I had a hair light that was also coming in from the back, right? This whole process, I think it took us like almost 1 hour. We tried different stuff, and I think one thing that I really love about this image was I think I was starting to use creative generative fill. It was my first time incorporating generative fill into my work, right? So being able to see the outcome, how the image was coming out, using AI to my work, adding that, being able to generate some stuff into the pictures. There are so many things. Like I'm gonna show you guys the behind, how it came out in camera, and then how the outcome that we're able to provide in the editing, right? So in these photos, what I did was I already had the vision in mind on how I wanted the images to look like. So when I went into Photoshop and I started playing with generative fill, it was like, whoa, like I think my eyes were kind of like really open to different ideas and different ways that I could use AI into how I could incorporate AI into my work. I think in all these photos that I'm talking about, I'm going to do a deep dive on how I went about it. So I'm just gonna, these videos are just a brief summary of them, and I'm gonna sit down and probably do a deep dive videos on all these 3 photos, showing you guys the behind the scenes and how everything transpired to them. So on number 2 is this beautiful beauty photo shoot picture that I did for Loveridge, right? I did this picture for Loveridge. I am really known, especially in the beginning of my photography career, I am really known for being the guy that creates these beautiful beauty portraits of Black people. So I was really, missing those days where I was creating just beauty shots, just those headshots, like those beauty shots. And I remember, I think I was on Pinterest. I think I was probably on Pinterest or something. And I saw these images and I reached out to my friend, Loveridge. I was like, hey, can you get me these headgear, headscarf and all that? And I think I've forgotten where she got it from. I'll probably find it and probably make the correction or whatever. I told her, okay, can you get this for me? I have this idea. What do you think about it? I believe you are the right person that would be able to get this image for me. You fit the look that I'm looking for. I sent her the inspiration, I sent her the ideas about it, what I wanted. I even told her to get me specific scarf. I think I wanted her to get different color scarf, but when she came here, she forgot one of the scarf that we wanted. But we did this beauty shoot. I shot it with 2 lighting setup. Previously I used to do my beauty shoots with one light setup, and I wanted to switch it up. Right, I wanted to see how I could go about with beauty shoots using two light setups. So I had my main light right in front of her, uh which I was using, and then I had my 32-degree softbox behind her, as you guys can see in the photo. So the 32 softballs behind it to kind of like give it a little rim. I didn't want the hairlight or the rim light to be so noticeable, right? Because because of the backdrop that I was using, I wanted a little bit of separation, but I didn't want it to be so noticeable, right? So we did this one, try different setup. I remember there were times where we had to take the earrings off. We did some where we took the earrings on, and at the end of the day we were able to come up with this image that you guys see on your screens. I just love everything about this image. It's so beautiful. The editing came out so good. The skin tone, which is really my strong suit. I just love how everything just came out in this image, and to me this image sits at my top 2 for me of the images that I created in 2025. Then finally, my favorite image that I created this year was this amazing picture that I created of Rebecca, right? I have seen works. I take inspiration from this photographer from Nigeria. His name is Tosin Janayet, right? I take a lot of inspirations from him, and I think I've seen some of his works, and I'm always like, oh, I would love to create something like that. Not really emulate or steal or trying to create a replica, but create my own version of it. And I remember I reached out to Rebecca, sent her some details, as I always do with the people that I work with. I sent her some inspiration, told her to get certain dresses for me, and we were able to come up with this beautiful image that you guys see. Like, there is so much work that went into this image that I just love everything about it. Personally, for me, I feel like the image that made number 3, the picture that I took of Janice, was the beginning of me using generative field, and then Rebecca's image was the growth. That was how far I've come inculcating generative field into my work, right? So you could see that even with Janice's work, I use generative field, but with Rebecca's work you could see that I had more, I knew what I was doing. Let me put it that way. So creating Rebecca's work, creating that work for Rebecca, that is number 1. It was like at that point I was like, okay, cool, I think I know what I'm doing when it comes to using generative field in my work. What do I really like about this image? I think I just like how the colors are really rich. It's just kind of like my style. I really like rich colors. That's why in my work you see a lot of like yellows in my work. There's a lot of reds in my work. There's a lot of bright colors. That is just how I work, and I also like a lot of contrasty and rich saturated skin tones, right? They don't look oversaturated, but I just like it when you see a black person's skin and it just looks rich and beautiful, right? So that's one of the things that makes me really like this image that I love about that I took of Rebecca, because it was the process of me seeing how I'm able to inculcate generative field into my work, using AI into my work, and being able to create that. I love that. I think it's probably my most liked image on Instagram in 2025. Yeah, I think it was my most liked and my most shared image that I created in 2025. As I initially said, I'm gonna take my time to really do a deep breakdown on these videos. If you guys want to see the behind the scenes and want me to do a breakdown, whichever ones that you guys would prefer for me to do first, you guys also leave it in the comment section and let me know the ones that you would want to see as soon as possible, and I'll just do the videos for you. So these are my top 3 images that I created in 2025, and you can find them on my Instagram. I think I also have them on my website. You can see them over there. So thank you for staying tuned and hearing me blab about how much I really love my work. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and as always, thank you very much guys for always tuning in to listen to me talk about my work and the things that I'm doing. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. My name is Kwame, and bye bye.